The war-riddled skies of Vietnam were fraught with peril. While the danger of enemy fire was ever present, a staggering insight emerges when we delve into the statistics. Over half of the aerial deaths during the Vietnam War were due not to combat, but to non-combat related accidents. The tropical landscape, unpredictable weather, the relentless pace of operations, and human error all coalesced to create an environment where the aircraft themselves became almost as great a threat as the enemy. Imagine the thick canopy of the Vietnamese jungle. Pilots flying low to avoid radar detection often found visibility severely restricted. Navigating through these dense forests demanded exceptional skill and focus. A slight miscalculation, a missed warning, or a sudden lapse in concentration could send an aircraft hurtling into treetops. The jungle, while beautiful and serene from above, was utterly unforgiving to even minor errors. It's within this lush maze that many aircraft met their untimely end, transformed by nature into lethal obstacles. Now, picture the Vietnam War's frenetic pace. Missions were incessant, around the clock, with pilots expected to be perpetually on alert. Fatigue became a steadfast companion to many. As pilots pushed their mental and physical limits, the likelihood of mistakes rose astronomically. Consider the case of helicopters, the workhorses of the Vietnam War. These versatile machines flew missions ranging from troop transport to medical evacuations and resupply runs. However, their very versatility also meant they were overworked, with maintenance crews racing against time to keep them operational. When aircraft maintenance is rushed or skipped, even meticulously designed machines can become unpredictable and hazardous. The weather, too, played its part in this deadly equation. Vietnam's climate is capricious, with sudden monsoons, thick fog, and intense heat. Pilots often found themselves flying blind or battling severe turbulence. While modern technological advances in aviation can help mitigate the effects of poor weather, pilots in the Vietnam War had to rely heavily on their training and instincts. Unfortunately, the elements can sometimes overwhelm even the most seasoned aviators, leading to tragic losses. Human error, amplified by stress and fatigue, became another significant factor. The majority of pilots in Vietnam were young, often fresh out of flight school. While they were well trained, nothing could fully prepare them for the real-world pressures of war. In such an intense environment, lapses in judgment or split-second miscalculations could prove fatal. It's a sobering thought that an inadvertent mistake, such as misjudging fuel consumption, failing to notice a mechanical issue, or misinterpreting navigational instruments could lead to catastrophic consequences. As we near the crucial bit, it's essential to understand the significant role that proper training and psychological readiness play in aviation safety. For many pilots during the Vietnam War, comprehensive preparation was sacrificed in the face of urgent needs. The chronic treadmill of war necessitated quickly getting fresh pilots into the air. Yet, the inadequate time for thorough preparation inadvertently sowed seeds for the sorrowful harvest of accidents. This reality draws a clear, heart-rending picture. While valor and resolve were abundant, the relentless nature of war left scant room for the careful, measured approach essential to ensuring pilots were consistently at their peak readiness. So, as we reflect on the aerial deaths in Vietnam, let's remember that courage carried the day in countless instances. Still, it was the ceaseless wear and tear of a war fought not only against a visible enemy, but also against time, weather, fatigue, and the limitations imposed by a world in perpetual motion that claimed so many lives through non-combat-related accidents. This tragic reality speaks volumes about the complex interplay between man, machine, and the merciless theater of war. Comment below, like and subscribe.